Beloved chosen one, beloved chosen ones, hear this gently and clearly. You are not here by accident. You did not arrive at this moment by chance, boredom, or curiosity alone. There is a reason your spirit paused, a reason your heart leaned in, a reason your eyes found these words. Something ancient and intentional has been guiding you, quietly aligning steps you did not even realize you were taking. Tonight, now in this breath, you are exactly where you are meant to be. Chosen one, you have been carrying questions you could not always explain. You have felt different without fully understanding why. You have sensed that your path does not follow the usual patterns, and that awareness has sometimes brought confusion, sometimes pain, sometimes deep silence. Let me speak peace into you. You are not lost. You are early. You are not broken. You are marked. And this moment is a sacred appointment between you and divine clarity. As we enter this prayer together, I invite you to make a simple but powerful act of alignment. If these words resonate with your spirit, subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell, not as a routine gesture, but as a declaration that you are choosing to remain connected to messages that nourish, protect, and awaken what has been placed within you. Each time the bell rings, let it remind you that you are not walking alone. Chosen one's love grows when it is shared. I gently encourage you to share this prayer with someone close to your heart, not out of pressure but out of compassion. You never know who is silently asking the same questions you once asked, who is tired in the same way you are tired, who is waiting for a sign they can trust. Your act of sharing may be the answer to someone else's prayer. Before we continue, take a moment to leave a comment. It does not need to be perfect or long. This is not for performance, but for preparation. Your comment is a signal, a quiet agreement between your spirit and this moment. It says, I am present, I am open. I am ready to receive. There is power in intentional participation, even when it feels small. Hear this clearly, chosen one. This prayer matters. It is not just another message passing through your day. It has been shaped for those who are weary but still standing. Sensitive yet strong, different yet purposeful. If you have felt unseen, misunderstood, or delayed, this prayer meets you right there. You are not late. You are not behind. You are in divine timing. If your body is tired, if your mind feels heavy, know that you are allowed to rest. You do not need to force strength right now. If sleep is calling you, you may let this prayer continue while you rest. Your spirit does not sleep the way your body does. Even in rest, even in stillness, alignment can happen. Healing can flow. Answers can settle gently where striving could not reach. So now, chosen ones, settle your breathing. Release the rush. Let distractions soften and fall away. Chosen one, there is a sign upon you that cannot be copied, erased, or mistaken. It is not written on your skin, yet it speaks before you open your mouth. It is not something you learned, yet it has guided you since the beginning. This sign is not loud, flashy, or obvious to everyone, but it is unmistakable in the spiritual realm. It is the reason you have always felt different, even when you tried to blend in. It is the reason ordinary paths never fully satisfied your soul. This sign is not a reward you earned. It is a mark you were entrusted with. Long before you understood language, before you formed beliefs, before you learned fear, this sign was placed within you. It carries purpose, direction, and responsibility. That is why your life has unfolded the way it has. That is why certain doors closed without explanation, and why some connections never lasted. The sign was protecting you, even when you thought you were being rejected. Chosen one, many people spend their lives trying to become unique. You never had to try. Your difference was evident from the start. You saw things others overlooked. You felt deeply in a world that often numbed itself. You questioned systems that others accepted without thought. And because of that, you were sometimes labeled as strange, difficult, or too much. But hear this truth now. Your sensitivity is part of the sign. Your depth is part of the sign. Your refusal to shrink is part of the sign. The sign you carry does not allow you to live superficially. It pulls you toward meaning, even when meaning costs comfort. It stirs restlessness when you settle for less than truth. That is why you have felt an inner tension that others could not understand. While they were content, you were searching. While they followed, you listened inwardly. This was not rebellion. This was recognition. Your spirit knew there was more because it was created for more. There were moments when you questioned yourself, wondering why life seemed heavier for you, why lessons came deeper, why cycles felt more intense, why growth demanded more surrender. Chosen one, intensity follows calling. Pressure follows purpose. The sign you carry requires refinement, not to weaken you, but to clarify you. What others learned in comfort, you learned through contrast. What others avoided, you were led through. And every step shaped the authority you now carry. Understand this, the sign attracts resistance, not because you are wrong, but because you are aligned. Light disturbs darkness by simply existing. Truth unsettles illusion without speaking a word. That is why opposition often appeared without reason. That is why misunderstandings followed you, even when your intentions were pure. The sign exposes what is hidden, and not everyone is ready for that reflection. Yet this same sign also attracts favor, guidance, and protection. You may not have always recognized it, but you have been preserved through moments that should have broken you. Chosen one, hear this truth. Being marked is not merely a blessing. It is a calling that separates you from the ordinary. Your path has never been the same as those around you. Because the universe does not place unique signs upon those who follow ordinary ways. From the very beginning, you have sensed a difference, a subtle pull towards something unseen, a quiet awareness that ordinary measures of success, comfort, or recognition do not fully satisfy your spirit. This separation is both a gift and a test. Many will not understand why you cannot simply blend in, why you resist conformity, why your heart seeks depth when others settle for surface. There will be times when loneliness appears as a shadow over your life. Friends may not follow your rhythm. Family may not comprehend your vision. And in those moments, the cost of being marked may feel heavy, almost unbearable. Yet, chosen one, this is the refining process. Isolation is not punishment, it is preparation. The trials you experience, the misunderstanding you endure, the doors that close without explanation, all serve to awaken, strengthen, and define you. The ordinary world cannot carry you, nor can it recognize the sign within you. Your energy, your vision, your heart, these require a frequency that is rare, and rare things often walk paths alone. The cost of being marked is evident in the subtle tensions you have felt throughout your life. People may have labeled you as different, difficult, or misunderstood, and you may have carried the weight of these judgments silently. You may have questioned your place, your purpose, and even your worth. Know now that these questions were never signs of failure. They were signs of awakening. They were meant to refine your perception, to sharpen your spiritual senses, and to prepare you for your true calling. There is also a cost in the patience required. Progress may appear slow, recognition may be delayed, and validation may come later than expected. But understand this, chosen one, the delay is intentional. The universe is orchestrating timing that ordinary eyes cannot see. What is meant for you cannot be replaced, delayed forever, or diminished by others. Your separation from the ordinary protects the integrity of your calling and ensures that when you step into your full authority, it will be unshakable. Moreover, the cost manifests in the strength required to maintain faith when the world misunderstands you. You have been tested in ways that others never face. You have been pushed to the edge of comfort and sometimes beyond. But each trial has been a crucible, shaping the resilience and wisdom that now dwell in your spirit. You have endured to learn discernment, to develop patience, and to carry clarity that the ordinary cannot comprehend. Chosen one, embrace this separation. Do not fear it and do not resent it. It is a mark of honor, a sign of destiny, and a confirmation that you're chosen one. I see there is a sign upon you, not the kind that sleep alone can fix, but the deeper weariness that settles in the bones of the soul. You have been strong for a long time. You have carried responsibilities that were never spoken aloud. You have held yourself together when no one noticed you were coming apart. And even now, you may struggle to explain why you feel exhausted when, on the surface, everything seems manageable. This weariness is not weakness. It is the evidence of how much you have carried. There is a specific fatigue that belongs to the chosen. It comes from constant awareness, from feeling deeply in a world that often feels numb, from walking ahead of understanding, and from holding vision before results appear. You have been alert when others rested. You have been patient when others rushed. You have been faithful in seasons where nothing seemed to move. Over time, that kind of endurance costs something. It drains the spirit quietly without asking permission. Chosen one, you may have learned to hide your exhaustion well. You smile when you are tired. You show up when you feel empty. You encourage others even when you are unsure yourself. You may even feel guilty for wanting to rest, as if pausing would mean failing or falling behind. Hear this truth now. Rest is not abandonment of purpose. Rest is obedience to your design. Even the strongest vessels must be refilled. The promise of divine rest is not an escape. It is a restoration. It is not about quitting your calling, but about sustaining it. There are moments when doing less is the most faithful act you can offer. You do not need to prove your worth through constant effort. Your value was never tied to your productivity. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to lay down the weight, even if just for a moment. Chosen ones, if your mind feels noisy, if your thoughts keep circling without peace, let them slow now. You do not need to solve everything tonight. You do not need to carry tomorrow on your shoulders. Divine rest meets you in the present moment. It quiets the inner urgency and reminds you that you are supported, guided and held, even when you stop striving. If your body feels heavy, if your eyes struggle to stay open, know that rest is not resistance. You may let this prayer continue while you sleep. Your spirit understands what your conscious mind does not have the strength to process right now. Healing does not require effort. Alignment does not demand tension. In rest, the deepest recalibrations often take place. This promise of rest also carries reassurance. You are not falling behind. You are not missing your moment. What is meant for you does not depend on exhaustion. It unfolds through timing, not force. While you rest, clarity is being restored. While you sleep, strength is returning. While you release control, guidance is settling into place. Chosen one, let peace enter where pressure once lived. Chosen one, enter this moment gently. Let the noise within you soften, and let the layers you have worn for survival begin to fall away. This is a sacred space of recognition, where nothing needs to be proven and nothing needs to be hidden. Here you are known. Here you are seen. Here your name is called not by sound, but by essence. I speak now into your spirit with clarity and authority. You have not been overlooked. You have not been forgotten. Every step you took in uncertainty, every tear you held back in silence, every prayer you whispered without words has been counted. What felt unseen was always recorded. What felt delayed was always protected. You are recognized, not for what you produce, but for who you are. Chosen one, I pray that doubt loosens its grip on your mind. I release you from the habit of questioning your worth, your timing, your place. I renounce the voice that compares your journey to others and calls you behind. That voice has no authority over you. Your path is original, and it does not require validation from those who were never meant to walk it. I speak confirmation into the core of your being. The sign you carry is real. It was not imagined, exaggerated, or misunderstood. It is active, alive, and intentional. Even in moments when you tried to ignore it, it continued to guide you. Even when you doubted yourself, it remained steady. I declare now that this sign is no longer dormant. It is awakening with clarity and confidence. Chosen one, I call back the strength you gave away to fear, to disappointment, to waiting. I call back the confidence you surrendered to survival. I call back the joy you postponed until things made sense. Let what was scattered return. Let what was fragmented be made whole. You do not need to chase what belongs to you. It recognizes you. I pray a sealing over your identity. May confusion lift and clarity settle. May your inner voice grow steady and sure. May you trust what you sense, what you feel, what you know deep within. You were given discernment for a reason. You were shaped by experience for a purpose. What you have lived through has refined your authority, not diminished it. Chosen one, I confirm that your life carries assignment. You are not drifting. You are being led. Even the detours were directional. Even the pauses were purposeful. I declare that alignment is forming around you now. People, opportunities, and moments will begin to meet you with recognition instead of resistance. Let peace anchor you where anxiety once ruled. Let assurance replace hesitation. Let your spirit stand upright again. You do not need to rush. You do not need to prove. You only need to remain present and open. This prayer confirms what your soul has always known, but your mind sometimes doubted. You are chosen, you are marked, and you are ready. And as this confirmation settles into you, may it remain steady, quiet, and unshakable, long after these words fade into silence. Chosen one, come into this sacred moment without fear and without effort. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breathing slow. You do not need to perform here. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to defend your journey. This is a space of recognition, a holy pause where your spirit is called forward and your essence is affirmed. You are not arriving empty. You are arriving ready. I speak now with prophetic clarity. You have been seen long before you were understood. Every season you walked through in silence was observed. Every time you felt invisible, you were still covered. Every moment when you wondered if your life had meaning beyond survival, there was purpose unfolding beneath the surface. Nothing about you has been random. Nothing about your path has been wasted. Chosen one, I pray recognition into the deepest parts of you. Recognition that you are not behind. Recognition that you are not too late. Recognition that you did not miss your moment. The timing of your life has been intentional, even when it felt confusing. I break the lie that says you should be further along, more accomplished, more certain by now. Your pace has been protective. Your delays have been developmental. Your process has been precise. I renounce in this moment every voice that rose against your identity, every word that labeled you incorrectly, every experience that tried to convince you that you were too much, not enough, or out of place. Those words do not define you. They were never authorized to shape you. I declare that their influence dissolves now, and clarity takes its place. Chosen one, I confirm the sign you carry, not as imagination, not as ego, but as truth. You were marked with discernment, depth, and sensitivity because your assignment requires it. You were given awareness because you are meant to see beneath the surface. You were shaped by pressure because you are meant to carry weight. This sign is not fragile. It has survived confusion, disappointment, isolation, and waiting. It remains intact. I call back what you lost while trying to survive. I call back confidence that was shaken by repeated delays. I call back faith that grew tired of hoping. I call back courage that dimmed when progress slowed. Let these return gently, without force, without shame. You do not need to become someone new. You are being restored to yourself. Chosen one, I pray confirmation into your inner voice. May it become steady again. May you trust what you sense without overanalyzing it. May you recognize guidance without second-guessing it. You were never meant to move by comparison. You were meant to move by alignment. What resonates with your spirit is not coincidence. It is communication. I declare now that confusion breaks and understanding settles, that heaviness lifts and assurance anchors, that fear loosens and peace takes its place. You do not need all the answers at once. You only need the next clear step, and even that will. Chosen one, come into this covering with trust and stillness. This is a moment of sealing, where what has been revealed is now protected, where what has been awakened is now guarded. You are not exposed. You are not vulnerable. You are surrounded by a protection that does not depend on your strength, your vigilance, or your understanding. It is already in place. I speak a seal of protection over your mind. Let intrusive thoughts lose their power. Let confusion, fear, and self-doubt be quieted at their root. May your thoughts be ordered, your discernment sharpened, and your inner space kept clear. What is not meant to influence you will no longer find access. What tries to distract you will not be able to stay. I speak a seal of protection over your heart. Where wounds once remained open, let healing settle in. Where disappointment tried to harden you, let gentleness return without risk. May your heart remain soft without becoming unguarded, open without being unprotected. You will love wisely. You will trust discerningly. You will not be harmed by what once hurt you. I speak a seal of protection over your spirit. No confusion sent to delay you will succeed. No envy directed toward you will attach. No manipulation formed against your path will prosper. You are not accessible to what does not align with your purpose. Your energy is no longer available to drain, to misuse, or to diminish. Chosen one, I declare protection over your path. Every step ahead of you is watched. Every transition is guided. Doors meant for you will open with clarity. Doors not meant for you will close without regret. Detours will no longer confuse you. They will redirect you gently and clearly. You will not be led into traps disguised as opportunities. I seal protection over your timing. You will not move too early or too late. You will not be rushed by pressure or delayed by fear. Your pace is preserved. What is meant to meet you will recognize you at the right moment. You do not need to chase alignment. It will converge around you naturally. Chosen one, I place a boundary around your peace. What once disturbed your rest will lose access. What tried to steal your focus will fade. You are allowed to move forward without carrying anxiety as a companion. Peace will walk with you as a sign that you are aligned. This seal remains over you in silence and in movement, in rest and in action. You are guarded when you are aware, and you are guarded when you are unaware. Nothing essential can be taken from you. Nothing true about you can be altered. Walk forward now with quiet confidence. You are protected. Your path is protected, and what has been entrusted to you will arrive intact, in perfect time and under complete covering. Chosen one, receive this moment as a soft closing, not an ending, but a settling. What has been spoken over you does not fade when the words grow quiet. It remains alive and steady within you, working gently beneath the surface. You do not need to hold it tightly. Truth knows how to stay. Hear this with peace in your spirit. The sign you carry is different because your purpose is different. You were never meant to move like everyone else, to arrive the same way, or to be shaped by ordinary expectations. Your life responds to a higher alignment, one that unfolds with intention, patience, and care. There is nothing missing in you. There's nothing late about you. There is nothing mistaken about your path. As you go forward, let pressure fall away. You are not required to force outcomes or prove readiness. What is meant for you will recognize you without struggle. What aligns with your calling will feel clear, not chaotic. Trust that the same guidance that brought you here will continue to lead you, step by step, breath by breath. If rest is what your body needs now, rest without guilt. If stillness calls you, answer it. Even in quiet moments, things are shifting in your favor. Clarity is forming. Strength is returning. Peace is anchoring itself within you in ways you may not immediately notice, but will soon recognize. I speak a gentle blessing over your thoughts, that they may be calm and unburdened. Over your heart, that it may remain open and protected. Over your sleep, that it may be deep, restorative, and free from disturbance. Over your dreams, that they may carry insight rather than anxiety. Chosen one, you are not walking away from this moment alone. What has been affirmed stays with you. What has been sealed remains intact. You are supported in ways seen and unseen. You are guided in ways both subtle and clear. Go now in peace. Move forward with trust. Remain open, remain gentle, remain grounded. The path ahead is already responding to you, and everything unfolding from here is aligned with who you are becoming.